Hello, lovelies. T here. It's time for another installment of Wreck This Journal. Now I'm sitting in my closet to present you this video because the pages I'm going to share with you today have something to do with clothing and or fashion. So sit back and relax as my face demon Zach and I present my clothing pages from my Wreck This journal. Enjoy! Collect your pocket lint, glue it here. And I took that quite literally, gluing the pocket lint just where the arrows are pointing. That's because as much as I love pockets, and I do love a good pocket, the pockets that I have don't tend to collect lint or produce lint or however lint comes to be. So all I was able to get is some black and some gray from some sweatpants and some red lint from a sweater dress. And that was it. So with that measly collection, I decided to elaborate by painting a pocket. Well, painting a sweater with a pocket. And this is pretty cool because the pocket is actually fabric and you can fit stuff in it. Just like this note, which may or may not contain a secret message, but I'm not going to tell. Figure out a way to attach these two pages together. Now this page stumped me for a while because I had already painted on the other page, so I didn't want to do anything that would like puncture through the pages and disturb the painting. But I also didn't want to just glue the pages together. That seemed too lazy to me. So what I ended up doing was found a pajama picture on Google, traced it out, and then cut out little windows, leaving the little seam spaces and the cuffs and the collar and the little placket for the buttons, which I colored all in. And then on the page behind, on the back side of the painting, I glued down this gorgeous fabric. It's a beautiful soft flannel, these lovely yellow roses, my favorite flower, printed all over it. I got this fabric from my mother-in-law. Unfortunately, I don't think there's enough of it to do anything with, but I didn't want to just throw the scrap out, hence using it in this book. And then before gluing the two pages together, I sewed around the outside to make it look like I had stitched the pajamas together. And then I glued everything together. And that way it looks like a little bit more, well, it doesn't just look like a little bit more effort was put into it. A little bit more effort was put into it. Underneath here it says, cover this page. Oh, this started life as cover this page with white things, which I tried to do, but it didn't turn out. It was a horrible failure. So instead I ripped out the page that said with white things, and on top of cover this page, I ended up just covering it with this beautiful piece of cardboard, which I peeled most of the cardboard off, so I was left with the flimsy, I don't know what this is. It doesn't feel like cardboard anymore. But anyway, this came from was it 24 days? It was a tea advent from David's Tea that Bestie got me a couple years ago. And I loved that it had the little penguin family because in my house, penguins are our official mascot. And just to jazz it up a little bit, I put this nice washi tape, which looks a little bit like coffee to me, which I thought was fitting with the tea. Tea and jammies go well together. Find a way to wear the journal. When I originally saw this page, I was going to go with the hat idea, which is probably the first one that everybody gravitates to, because it's the easiest and most obvious. And then I was going to actually like turn the journal into some sort of clothing that I physically could wear, but I thought it would be more fun to do a drawing. I didn't want to just fill this book with photographs. I drew a sketch of a person who resembles me, and on a piece of scrapbook paper, so it's slightly thicker, I made a miniature version of the journal, poked some holes, and tied some string. Journal as shirt. So this page, again, I took the prompt literally, but I made this really cool string art. Drew out the shape that I wanted. I decided on a heart. I did that with pencil. And here I used 4 different colors of embroidery thread that I just had lying around from other projects. There's light purple, dark purple, like a aqua color, and then like a pale teal. Basically just started on the back side of the page with a little knot, brought the needle up through the page, and then went across to a different spot and put the needle back down, brought it up somewhere else, put it back down, brought it up somewhere else, put it back down, until it looked the way I liked. And then I switched colors and kept doing that, so it's kind of like a scribble picture but with thread instead of anything that you would traditionally scribble with. And on this side I found this really cool, it's like a quilted sticker. I found this at Dollar Tree back in the winter, and I really liked the sticker, but I couldn't figure out what to do with it. So what I ended up using it for is making an outfit, which are clearly pajamas. Is it obvious that I like pajamas? I found a image on Google and just printed that out and used it as a template and traced the outline onto the sticker, cut it out, traced over whatever lines I wanted to be shown with a Sharpie, including the cuffs here and the collar are done with Sharpie, and then I just threw on some little rhinestones for buttons. Thank you so much for watching, lovelies. I hope that this has entertained you and or inspired you. That's it for Zach and I for this video. Hopefully just I will be back in the next one. Take a hint, Zach. Either way, I will see you in the next video, lovelies. Until then, toodaloo!